In this video, we will learn how to connect Microsoft Integration Runtime Configuration Manager through my on-premises tool. This is connecting my on-premises software. So here I can see all the table name, HR, person related, and all the tables are showing through my SSMS. Here you can see AdventureWorks 2016 consisting of all the tables, and these tables are also connected with my data factory. So here is the table name, and let's see how to do this process one by one. Let's understand how this is going to work and what kind of operation we are going to perform here. So you can see this is my ADF, and here I am going to work on premises SQL. So this SQL server will be connected to my ADF pipeline, and this ADF pipeline will define this server. But before this, we need some connectivity. For this connectivity, I need to install a authenticator. So this authenticator will install in your local server, local PC, and this will be giving authentication to your ADF that, hey ADF, you can use our database. So this is going to transfer my database through on-premises SSMS SQL to ADLS Gen2. Let's see how this is going to work. So currently I am going to open my ADF here. Here you can see this is showing all my ADF, and currently I am going inside my ADF. So first and foremost, what I do, I'll go to manage, click here integration runtime, because I am already having auto resolve integration runtime, not having custom or on-premises runtime. So I'm going to create a new integration runtime which is self-hosted. It's going to perform data flow, data movement, dispatch activity to external compute. So I'm going to click OK, click continue. This Azure is for internal purpose connectivity, and this self-hosted for running activity in and on premises or private network. So I'm going to click on continue, and this is going to display type self-hosted, because my SQL server, this server is on premises or self-hosted. So I'm going to define this create server. So here you can see it is successfully saved and showing key 1 and key 2, and there are two options to connect my integration runtime setup. So I'm going to install integration runtime and using this key for my purpose. So I'm going to choose option number 2, manual setup. So I'm going to select this website. This website is allowing me to download setup. So I'm going to download this integration runtime. This is of size 1.5 by 1 GB. So I'm going to download this. Meanwhile, it's going to download. I'm going to pause this session. Alright, so this has been downloaded in my local machine. I'm going to click on this folder. This is download section. Here I can see integration runtime setup is there. I'm going to install. It's going to preparing to install. And welcome to integration runtime. Click on next, accept terms in the license agreement. Click on next. Select your path, going next, and install. It's going to install one by one. It's going to install in my local machine. Please wait while the setup has been connected. Here you can see this is completed the Microsoft Integration Runtime Setup Wizard. I'm going to click finish. Once it is finished, it's going to allow the app to make changes in your device. Click on yes. It's going to show self-hosted runtime is connecting or reconnecting your cloud service, and currently it is failed. If you reinstall this software again or refresh after some time, you will get this pane where Microsoft Integration Runtime Configuration Manager is displaying, and it's asking key to be pasted here. So for this key, you will have to go back to your ADF and just copy this key 1 and go back to your portal, and this is supposed to be pasted here. So I'm going to paste here and then click on register here. If you want to see this is connected, you can see this is showing green symbol. Yes, it is just connected here. Now I can finish over here, and just after finishing this part, you will be navigated to your self-hosted node components, and it will ask credential for your SSMS database server and tables and authentication here. So as you can see, this is your connect part, and here you can see this is your server login and password using SQL Server authentication. In case you have Windows authentication, you can create a new login password. How to do that? You just click on this part. You can go for security here. From this part you can go here, security, and inside this security, expand this part, click on new login, and through new login you can write any, for example, I'm going to create admin using SQL Server authentication and give any password, checkbox all these three options here, and click on server roles, check all these buttons, all these radio buttons here, check all, okay. Then go to your user mapping and click on this particular database which you want to navigate. I'm going to select 3 database here. I'm going to make it public access and everything here, right? And then you can go for click OK. Make sure you are going to provide both the password. So I'm going to provide the same password here. Okay, then click OK. This is how you can create login and password from the scratch. So I'm going to cancel it out because I already have this login password through SA. Okay, going back to my portal, here you can see launch configuration manager is enabled now. So I can see this is going to enabled, and I can use this self-hosted node which is connected to cloud service. Okay, so if I going to click settings, this is now showing another settings. Going to setting here, so I'm going to display SQL Server, going to put my server name here. I'm going to provide connect, and going to copy this server name here, and going to paste this server name here, and going to paste this database. I'm going to click expand this database, and here I can see database snapshot or some database. Okay, this database I need to create. I'm going to click on properties. I'm going to copy this property, C, cancel it out, going back to my portal, advanced, selecting my basic, putting my credential here. This is my username and password. Okay, click on test. If it is filled, don't worry, after some time it will be succeed and you can navigate to your portal. Okay, make sure when you are going to connect this part portal and going to provide your server name and password, proper credential, you are going to connect here. Okay, so this is one part. Now meanwhile, don't worry about this error. This is just showing this connectivity, and this is certainly will be connected there. So you just go minimize this part and click on this value, going to close this one. This is how this is enabled, and this will be enabled after some time. Okay, so you can see this is troubleshooting or something. So after this one, you will be checking this part there. Okay, can you see now it's running after some time? Previously it was showing red, but now it's showing running because now it's in the connected situation. Now I'm going to create a link service. For this, I'm going to search for SQL, and here I'm going to select this SQL Server. So I'm going to select this SQL Server, and this is my SQL Server, and I'm going to connect via integration runtime, not the auto resolve, but integration runtime here. So now I'm going to select my server name. What would be the server name here? So let's copy that server name through my part. I'm going to click this properties again. So this would be AdventureWorks 2016. Let's copy this server name again. Going back to my ADF, paste this database. Oh, sorry, this is not, this is database. So I'm going to paste this database here, and let's copy the server name from that SQL Server. Right click on this server, copy this entire name, minimize it, go back to my server name here, SQL authentication SA, and now I'm going to provide this password. Let's test connection. If it is not there, you will have to select this trust certification. So I'll have to click checkbox on this trust server certification, and let's click on testing connection here. If it is green, then which means you can go ahead and you can display all the tables from your SSMS SQL Server on premises. Here you can see this is showing connection service, and this is successfully connected. Can you see? This means you can go ahead and create your database. So now what we have created, I have created an integration runtime and one link service. So I'm going to create my author, going to create a database, new database. For this, I'm going to select SQL. Through SQL, I'm going to select SQL Server again, click on continue, select link server name, and going to display table name. If it is successfully connecting and establishing dialog with my on premises, here you can see it is showing all my database. Now I'm going to, for example, I'm going to select this job candidate and going to select this OK. So this will be my first data set from left hand side, and I can copy from this database to my destination database. This is first database is created. Now I'm going to create a new data set. For this, I will have to create a ADLS Gen2. So I'm going to create ADLS Gen2. Now I have created ADLS Gen2 SQL container inside ADLS Gen2 storage. Inside this, I have created a container. Inside this container, I have created a directory. I need to paste that value, the data table or the data here. This would be my destination. So I'm going to create a new data set. This data set would be data, and I'm going to select Azure Data Lake Storage, continue, CSV, continue, link service. I will have to create a new link service because that is for SQL Server and on premises only. So I'm going to create my authentication type key, account key only. Going to select my SQL Server. I'm going to select storage name and check test connection here. Let's create it, and through this I'm going to provide my file system, directory and directory. Okay, let's click on OK and click on OK here. Now I'm going to create a pipeline in order to perform my activity. I'm going to pick very basic activity, that is copy data activity. Let's select this source. So I'm going to select this SQL Server. Let's preview data. Can I fetch my on premises data here in ADLS? If I can preview that data, which means I can move that data through this copy activity at the destination. The destination is ADLS Gen2. It's taking time because it's going to establish dialog with my server. Okay, so this is just preview data set and everything there. Okay, so this is kind of data set there. Okay, let's say I'm going to select another table. I'm not going to select this table. I'm going to select this product document and refresh. Okay, now let's go back my pipeline and let's preview data again. This is for product table, which I changed there in my SQL Server. Here is the proper production.document, and all the row and column are showing in a proper way. I need to provide the sync here. I'm going to select my ADLS Gen2 here. I'm going to map this value, and let's import this schema here. Okay, here you can see all the columns are showing here on the left, on the column are showing on the right, which is the CSV format. So I can see all the formats are schema, all the data columns are in string format. And here we have infer schema, which means in a proper way. In a source, I just provided on-premises SQL Server. On sync, I provided the ADLS Gen2. Let's publish all so that I can save everything. I do not lose any instance from my ADLS service, and once after this this shutdown, this PC shutdown, or this tab is closed, I can see this in all these instances again. Let's debug again. This copy data will perform copy activity from source to destination. What is source here? The source is my on-premises SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, and server is my cloud ADLS Gen2. This is my container. Inside this I am having directory, and let's check whether it is connected or not. If I go back here, it will be displaying succeed in a green flag. Pipeline is status succeeded. Go back to my refresh. Can you see it's showing production document text is displaying here. If I go back edit, you can see this is consisting all the data set here, which means I can properly fetch. This is showing invalid because the data might be in the same context. So this is how I can connect my SQL Server through my connectivity. Make sure you are not closing this server, and this self-hosted node is connected every time you are performing this activity, because this is establishing dialog with your on-premises to your cloud service. Thank you so much. Keep learning, keep growing.